Aloha guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. Well, I'm back with another video from my new series, my new top 10 things to do in the parks, right? So my last one was for Magic Kingdom. Tonight's video is Epcot. So I'm going to talk about the top 10 things the majority of people, the general public, so to speak, like to do at Epcot. Now this video is perfect if you are a Disney World beginner, if you haven't been in a while. Is this the first time going with all the new stuff at the theme parks? Then this video could be perfect for you. This video is also perfect if you combine it with my itinerary planning videos and my Learn the Map series. You put all these videos together and you should be 100% prepared for the theme parks. Now, one of my tips and tricks is to always make a top 5 list or a top 10 list of things you want to do in each of the parks or each of your park days, right? And once you've bypassed the list, everything is just icing on the cake. So I usually say start with your top 5 list. Once you've done those items, have a backup 5 list. And once you've done all 10 things on your list, everything else is just kind of bonus, right? It's icing on the cake. But I get a situation where even though the people have watched all my videos and they're looking at the park map, they still kind of wonder, well, what does everyone else do? Or what are the key things that most people want to do at the theme park, right? Because they don't want to forget anything. They don't want to miss out. So this is where this video is perfect. So in no particular order, this is the top 10 things you may want to do at Epcot, or the top 10 things Epcot is kind of known for. And a lot of these things are age and interest depending. There's even a few things on this list that I don't do personally, but it's something a lot of people will do at Epcot. So this was after talking to many people, taking polls, listening to my guests, listening to you guys, is how I came up with this list. Are you ready? Okay. The number one thing to do at Epcot, and I do believe this actually is the number one thing, even though it's not in any particular order, number one thing to do at Epcot is to eat. Yes, Epcot is known for eating. That could be eating throughout the festivals. We will talk about those. Eating throughout the World Showcase. Epcot is created of 2 completely different areas. One used to be known as Future World. This is where the majority of your rides and whatnot are. And the second area is known as World Showcase. I forget the number, I'd have to count them. 9 to 11 different countries in the World Showcase. That's 9 to 11 different types of food and taste buds and cuisine and things you can kind of eat and enjoy. So yes, eating around the World Showcase is 100% a thing. Also, because of the World Showcase, Epcot is known for having some just really good dining, really good sit, get reservations type of dining. But any way you want to eat, Epcot is known for food. This is a foodie's paradise is over at Epcot. Number 2 is its seasonal festivals. I told you I would talk about it. This personally is one of my favorite things. I absolutely will make sure I can get to every single one of Epcot's festivals every single year. The festivals involve eating, yep, we talked about it, and drinks, entertainment, shopping, and more. And each festival is different, has a different theme, has a different kind of feeling about it. Absolutely love it. So right now, you never know, Epcot could add more. Epcot has 4 festivals every year. And yes, they kind of all 4 happen every year. First one is International Festival of the Arts. Now this is celebrating all forms of arts, including the art of cooking, the art of just art, you know, painting, drawing, the art of performance, singing, Broadway. Yeah, it's celebrating all the arts. This festival is known to happen between January and February. It's actually their shortest festival. It's actually one of my favorite festivals. It's the artist in me, so I absolutely love International Festival of the Arts. You may hear it called as iFarts. Yep, Nina said farts. I absolutely did. Next festival here is Flower and Garden. Now, Flower and Garden is the most beautiful festival. It happens from spring to summer. And the thing that makes Flower and Garden so gorgeous is the topiaries. Disney Imagineers and Gardeneers and whatever the heck Disney wants to call the cast members that do the gardens are absolutely fabulous and talented. And they spend months and months and months, if not all year, creating these elaborate and gorgeous topiaries that look exactly like your favorite Disney character, made from everywhere between moss and cacti and flowers. Everything is natural, everything is real, like none of it's fake. It's absolutely beautiful just to walk from topiary to topiary. Oh, it's beautiful. That is Epcot's Flower and Garden. Their most famous, I would say, is Food and Wine. Is Food and Wine their first festival they ever came out with? It might be. Food and Wine is what's happening right now, today, just started. That's known to happen between late summer and fall. It actually runs all the way up to November. And this is their biggest festival, their longest running festival. And you heard me, Food and Wine. You know what that means? Food and wine. Not just wine, guys. It's actually known for so many different types of beers and wines and cocktails and other types of adult beverage combinations. That's what Food and Wine is known for. In fact, this year is going to have 30 different marketplaces of food and drink. So yeah, if you're a foodie, if you like to drink, Epcot Food and Wine is the place for you. So this is the one that focuses mostly on eating and drinking, right? The final one throughout the year is International Festival of the Holidays. This one's very cheery. Yes, it has food and drink as well, but they also have the cookie stroll, which is where you get to shop around and have different flavors of cookies from different various countries. Oh, so good. Yeah, this one celebrates the holidays. So this one includes, candlelight processional. They have seasonal, holiday themed guests that show up at the different countries and do a retelling of how that country would celebrate Christmas. This includes a Hanukkah storyteller as well. So yeah, each of these different 4 festivals have a different kind of meaning or feeling behind them, but they're all at Epcot. They all involve food and they all involve drinks, and I absolutely love every single one of them. So yeah, a big push for Epcot is their seasonal festivals. Number 3, well, can't go to Epcot without doing the newest rides, the hottest rides. Anyone, anywhere, at any park is gonna wanna know or do the top rides. So yeah, Epcot's top rides right now is Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Opened up a couple years ago. Yeah, and the nice thing about Remy is you can Genie Plus it if you have Genie Plus. It's absolutely an awesome ride. It is 3D. There are some 3D goggles there. And you just get to tour Remy as he explores Paris, right, through the kitchens and whatnot. I will note that for some people, this ride can cause motion sickness. Now for me, I've posted it a few times in my videos, I just don't wear the glasses. So I can absolutely ride this ride, no problem. I just don't wear the 3D glasses. And there's a few scenes where it's virtual reality. So it's the ride itself is simple, but then you get really close to these TV screens that are like virtual reality. And with the 3D glasses and all of that, I mean, it's intense. There's just a few scenes of those screens that happen that get a little jerky or too close to your face. And that, I will close my eyes in a few of those scenes. But in general, yes, absolutely can go on that ride. Absolutely love it. Family friendly. There is a section where you get on a rat and you do spin 1 to 3 times, rat depending. But in generally, it's low key. But if you think you're gonna have an issue, just take off your glasses. And of course, the big ride here, the big kahuna, the newest ride is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. And the way to ride this ride is virtual queue. Make sure you watch that video that I talk about it, or individual lightning lane. You cannot just walk up and stand in line. You have to either pay for it via individual lightning lane, or you have to have secured a virtual queue earlier in the day. Now, Cosmic Rewind, yep, not going on this one. It's not for me. It is virtual reality and it's coaster and all of that mixed together. And yes, it was causing some major motion sickness issues when it first came out. So yeah, just be cautious there. If you drank too much in the day, didn't have enough water, and perhaps got too hot, you might want to save that one for a different day. But yes, it is a very popular ride. A lot of people call it the best ride at Disney right now, is Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, a lot of people think it's better than Tron. So there you go. Those are the two new rides here at Epcot. So yes, those most likely should be on your list. Spaceship Earth. Do you know what Spaceship Earth is? Why, it's the giant golf ball that you see when you enter Epcot. It is the iconic feature of Epcot. Did you know there's a ride in there? Yep. So Spaceship Earth is a ride, yep, called Spaceship Earth. It's a family-friendly, calm, educational ride that is also iconic. You gotta ride the golf ball, guys. You have to actually go in the golf ball and ride this ride. You just have to. Just do it. Just put it on the dang list, right? But on top of Spaceship Earth being the ride, it's also a point of picture, right? It's the iconic feature of Epcot. So absolutely, it's one of the #1 things people take pictures of when they go to Epcot. So yeah, don't forget to get your selfie in front of the giant golf ball. And you want to check it out at night, because at night it lights up and it does different lights, and often there's music playing and the lights dance to the music. It's beautiful. So any shape, way, or form that you can hang out by Spaceship Earth, yep, it definitely should be on your list. Number 5 is to drink around the World Showcase. Yes, this is a thing. Drinking at Epcot is not just a thing to say you drank at Epcot. The thing is to say you drank around the World Showcase. That is getting a beverage at each of the different countries. Now, you heard me, 9 to 11 different countries. That's a lot of beverages in one day, but yes, it's absolutely a thing to drink around the World Showcase. It takes some people a couple of tries, couple different days, and then sometimes you can get with a group of people and you can buy all your drinks and everyone just kind of takes a few sips. But yes, that is a big goal for many people, is to drink around the World Showcase. And yes, you need to be at least 21 to do this. And the point here is to explore all the different countries and get your drink on. But you know, there is a warning here. Florida is hot. And if you attempt to drink all the drinks yourself, yeah, you could get yourself into a little bit of trouble. So make sure you stay hydrated and also drink water. And don't get a little too crazy with it. You will see a few people attempting to drink around the World Showcase and they weren't maintaining properly, so just be careful there. But yes, this is absolutely something that's on a lot of over 21 people's list of things to do. Number 6 is to just explore the World Showcase in itself. I said 9 to 11 countries. I should probably count. I'm going to count it and write how many countries there actually are. But there's a lot of countries, and they're absolutely beautiful. And to walk from one side all the way around and visit all the World Showcase countries is absolutely a fabulous thing to do at Epcot, because they have rides. Not all of them have rides, but all of them have something, a featurette about the country. So we've got rides here. Yeah, eats and drinks, I kind of already talked about it. Entertainment. A lot of these countries have bands or musical artists that come out and do things per their country, per their culture. In Mexico, absolutely beautiful, the music they play. In Japan, they have the drums. Oh, yeah. So just walking around the World Showcase and listening to the entertainment and the art behind it all. Yeah, there's shopping. Each of these countries have a gift shop, and a lot of times the gift shops are catered to that country. I especially love shopping in Japan and China. And characters. A lot of those countries have characters, but not just any characters, most specifically princesses. Make sure you watch my character video where I talk about all the characters that are in the parks right now. But yeah, going to Epcot to try to catch all the different variety of princesses is definitely something you could have on your list. In fact, if you're a family and the parents want to drink around the World Showcase, the kiddos can actually find the princesses around the World Showcase, and the family and the kids and the whole unit can have a good time. Again, just be careful. But yes, absolutely, just exploring the World Showcase is something to put on your list in itself. Number 7, My personal favorite, did I already say personal favorite? Yeah, festivals are my favorite. My second favorite thing to do at Epcot is the scavenger hunts. I've talked about this before many times. I've shown them to you before in my vlogs. Did you know that Epcot has scavenger hunts? Yes, you absolutely. There's a couple of stores that sell these maps and they're about 10 bucks, and you buy the maps. The stickers aren't on them. The stickers are actually on the back. And depending on the year and the season and the festival that's going on, you will hunt down. For this one, it's Easter eggs for the egg extravaganza. You find the Easter egg with the corresponding character, put the sticker on the part of the map where it belongs to, you turn it back into the cast members, and in return, you get a prize, right? So prizes in the past have been a mug, a cup, yeah. For the art festival, it was a paint your own figurine. They've had plates and mugs and bowls. I do believe this is a Figment bowl from Food and Wine. So yeah, you buy the map, and there's several different ones throughout the different festivals. We've got Spike and Olaf and Remy and Extravaganza. You buy the map, and then you search for the item in the World Showcase, put the sticker on the map, you do the thing, you win the prize. It's just a great way. It's a great way for adults and kids, anybody, family friendly. But for the parents who may get distracted with the eating and the drinking and the shopping, yeah, send the kiddos off to do the scavenger hunts. Then everyone's happy. But yes, absolutely love the scavenger hunts over at Epcot. Number 8 is to do the new and the popular and maybe even the character dining locations at Epcot. You need to have at least one of these on your list, but I've got 3 to mention. Are you ready? So these are the top 3 restaurants right now in terms of either being new or characters, right? So the first one here is Space 220. Space 220 is the newest restaurant over at Epcot. No characters per se, but it is an experience in itself. The food is pricey. I am not gonna lie, the food is pricey, but you're paying for the experience to get transported into space. That is my favorite part, by the way. Then you get into the restaurant and you order your spacey food, but because you got transported into space, the views out your window are very spacey. I don't want to ruin it for you if you haven't already seen many videos on them, including my own. But it's a fun restaurant. Again, it's pricey. It's very popular. These reservations are super duper hard to get, so you definitely want to put it number 1 on your list if you're interested in getting blasted into space and having some good eats over at Space 220. Number 2 is Ask Her Shush. Probably saying it wrong, but this is the Princess, Princess character meal over at Epcot. In fact, it's in Norway, and it's a great place to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner with various princesses. So if you couldn't get into Cinderella's royal table at Magic Kingdom, but you still want to go to a princess character meal, this is your next option. If not your first option, definitely your next option over at Epcot. Yep, you eat and dine with multiple different princesses. In fact, you could do Cinderella's royal table and Ask Her Shush because some of the princesses are different. That's right. Third one on the list here is Garden Grill. Garden Grill is also a character meal, but it features Chip and Dale, Mickey, and Pluto in their like farmer, I'm ready to garden up some food for you outfits. Absolutely love this restaurant. And the cool thing about this restaurant is, well, have you ever been in a restaurant that moves? Yeah. It slowly rotates over the Living of the Land ride that's down below at Epcot. So it slowly rotates inside this ride where you can actually see views of the ride while you're dining. It's another way to get like a dinner and the show. So if your show could be the view or it could be the characters, and then you've got your garden fresh meals over at Garden Grill, all 3 in Epcot. Number 9. Yep, can't go to Epcot without riding Frozen Ever After, whether you like princesses or not. But I said Frozen, guys. So yeah, this is a princess ride. Where else can you go on a princess ride, right? So we're talking Elsa and Anna and Olaf, yeah? Frozen Ever After. So this is what you need to know about that ride is A, it's popular. This can get really, really long fast. So make sure you Genie Plus it if you're gonna purchase Genie Plus. Something to note here is the ride does go backwards. It only goes backwards for a few seconds, and it's not like a coaster, but it does kind of roll backwards for a second. And I do like to warn people because sometimes it can catch you off guard. So just knowing it's gonna do that is a nice little heads up. Again, it's not a scary backwards. You're not going down a giant hill backwards, but you do kind of go backwards a little bit. Now, the semi-scary part, although it's not scary at all, is there is a drop. It's a very small drop. If you've been on Pirates of the Caribbean, it's that size of a drop. It's not a straight down drop. It's kind of a hill drop. It's not bad at all. And I have motion sickness, so I would give you guys a heads up. But the heads up you do need to know about this ride is, yeah, you may get wet. You could get pretty wet, not Splash Mountain wet, but you could get pretty wet. In fact, most likely what's gonna get wet is the back of your bum, right? So when you sit into the ride, it could already be wet on your seat. I can't tell you how many times I've had a soaking rear end from going on Frozen Ever After. It's a thing, but yes, absolutely, Frozen Ever After should be on your list for Epcot. Now, number 10 is another ride. I absolutely love this ride, personally love this ride. It is Soarin' Around the World. To me, this is kind of a classic ride. It's kind of an iconic ride. They have one at Disneyland as well, over at DCA. But yeah, it's an experience because it's not a typical ride that you would get anywhere else. It's not a coaster and it's not a boat ride. It's just very different. It's actually a simulated flight ride, and no, not like Mission Space. The only movement you're really going to have here is you're going to get into seats that are like airplane seats, and you do have to put on a harness, and you do get seated pretty well, you know, for safety reasons. And then the only movement you really do is you're sitting in your seat and you just push up, and that's it. There's no crazy coaster or movement or shaking or anything. You literally are just pushing up. It's simulated in the fact that the screen in front of you, which is gibungous, it's huge, has a video playing and it's moving and it's motion, and yeah, and it makes you feel like you're flying or soaring, yeah, around the world with the video, with what you're watching here on the screen. There are a few times where I do have to close my eyes a little bit because we're like dipping. But again, I'm not physically dipping. I'm not physically moving, but the screen, the way they do it, it makes you feel like you're flying. It's crazy. I cannot believe how awesome how awesome this ride is. It's definitely a ride everyone must do at Epcot. It's iconic. It's classic. It's family friendly. Just make sure those kiddos know that they will be strapped on pretty tight because you do go up in the air, but that's it. It's not a coaster. It's nothing scary. It's simulated. But yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, that was my top 10 list of things to do at Epcot. Let me know in the comments, what did I leave out? What do you love to do at Epcot? Now, I know there's a few other rides I didn't mention that you could definitely put on your list. This was just the general list most people want to do and experience at Epcot. Let me know what would be on your list. And if you want a bonus, similar to my Magic Kingdom bonus, you could ride the monorail, just like I said at Magic Kingdom, or you could ride the Skyliner. So the Skyliner is a new in-the-sky system that actually connects at Epcot. So you could technically kind of ride it full circle. You do have to exit Epcot via the International Gateway next to France. Exit Epcot, ride the Skyliner, come back, and go back into Epcot and consider it just another type of ride. I have lots of clients who go and their kid just wants to ride the Skyliner. They've seen so much stuff about the Skyliner and how cool the Skyliner is that a lot of families will just treat it like a ride. They don't even need to be going anywhere. They just want to get on the Skyliner so their kid can say they've been on the Skyliner, and not just kiddos want to ride the Skyliner, by the way. But yeah, that would be my bonus thing right there, is to give the Skyliner a try. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. What did you think of this top 10 video. And like I said in the Magic Kingdom video, if you guys like these, I've got Hollywood and Animal Kingdom coming up. If you really, really like it, I might include Disneyland and DCA. And if you really, really like those, let's hop to Universal. Why don't we do top 10 things to do at Universal, right? And Islands of Adventure. Let's just keep going. Let's do all the theme parks, right? But let me know in the comments not only what you would put on your list, but if you like these videos. I do base what I film next based on your interests, not my interests, what you guys want to watch, what videos are helping you. Those are what I want to concentrate on and film. So yeah, let me know in the comments. And as always, guys, please share my videos as best you can. That just helps me create more videos for you guys, which means more tips and tricks. So yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray, hit the bell icon for notifications. Like this video, and like I said, comment. What are your top 10 things? What did I leave out? Did you like this video? Let me know. Share with family and friends and all those good things. And until next time, guys, mahalo for watching. Nina out. Bye, guys.